Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to episode 1 of the Anime Vine. I'm Mark,
I'm Roids
also known as X Friday 13th.
and B-Ball 23 Josh.
My channel is a TCG channel, and I open stuff up like Duel Masters, Pokemon, Magic, and Yu-Gi-Oh! And other things. I recently opened up a bunch of base set 2 Pokemon packs, so if you're interested in TCG openings, go check out my channel.
I mainly talk about fantasy football and sports betting, helping you win championships and get that payday.
And our tags will be down below. This channel, we're here to talk to you and focus mainly on anime. We want to do different topics weekly and talk to you guys about the new upcoming seasons and shows. And eventually we'll have podcasts and streams of watch parties of animes that we haven't seen before, and you guys actually may kill us over. One Piece.
One Piece. Hasn't seen it.
Have you seen One Piece?
I have. I'm caught up.
No, you're not.
Yeah, I am.
I refuse to watch One Piece, but if you guys want to encourage me to watch it, I just don't have the time for it. If you guys want to watch fillers or not, we can go through the fillers or we can skip them. Whatever, I'm in.
Alright, guys. For this week, our first topic's going to be the top 5 favorite animes we've been watching for the last few months.
And I want to apologize in advance. I butcher a lot of names, especially when I binge watch stuff. I just forget names, and I'm really bad with names. But anyways, for our first anime that we're going to talk about is going to be Mashal. Magic and Muscles.
It's a great anime, has good humor, good fight scenes, really keeps you engaged the entire time.
I don't know about him, but I'm literally here for the opening. We are all about the opening. So for an anime, for a guy living in the magical world and he doesn't have any magic, I think it's a really good anime. I highly recommend it. I put it off for a while, and the moment I watched it, I just binge watched the whole thing. It should be up. It should be on everyone's anime list, and I mean everyone's.
Yeah, it's a great show. I did the same thing. Once I watched the first episode, I ended up finishing both seasons in a single night. So, really love it. Overall, I would give it a grade of about an 8 out of 10.
I was thinking 8 out of 10 too. I wasn't sure if we are gonna rate these, but I'll give it an 8 out of 10. I convinced him to watch it.
He did convince me to watch it. He basically said, MASH is me, big, dumb, and strong.
Something like that.
The next one that I convinced him to watch is the Osan Newbie Adventurer. It's a very good anime. It's about a 32-year-old man who gives up his job as a guild front desk worker and trains with 4 of the strongest adventurers in the world and is convinced that he is the weakest person in the world.
He did convince me to watch it, and then when I binged it, I loved it. I love fantasy type stuff. I'm just all about fantasy anime, so I gave it a watch. Recently, he gave me another fantasy anime to watch, and I was 6 episodes deep, and I was like, nothing's happening. This is boring. So I was a little afraid to watch this one, but the moment I watched this one, I kind of fell in love with this one too. So I think I would give it a 7, 7.5. It is really good. So calling something a 10 has to be like top tier beautiful. But so far, I think a 7.5 is probably roughly where I would give it.
I'm in the 7.5 range as well. It has some good humor in it. Some of the fight scenes could be a little bit better done and extended a little bit farther. But the final episode to me is what really brings this show up for its first season into that 7.5 category. It's a beautiful season ending with an amazing fight scene, and it really ties the first season all together into a completed story.
So the next one's going to be Ari Feretta. It's a isekai. We all love those. You just get transported to another world, and all of a sudden you have magical powers now. This guy, the main character basically starts off weak, and then he just gets thrown way into a dungeon, and then he has to fight his way out. He has to live, blah, blah, blah. And then it goes a little bit into, like, fan servicing a little. And if there's an anime that is huge on fan service, I just cringe and I can't watch it. Just like How to Not Summon a Demon Lord. So this one doesn't have as much fan service as everyone would probably think. You might just get into it, but I think Ari Feretta is, like, has a really good storyline, and the main character kind of pushes all that fan service off him, which I kind of like stuff about. Like, if the main character's not with it, then okay, it's a little bit better.
Overall, great show. They do put some jokes in there, but it's more of a serious anime throughout each episode. Great fight scenes. It is one of those animes where the main character is OP, so you will see him basically demolish a lot of things after you get out of the first few episodes.
Yeah, so far we're 3 for 3 on OP MCs. So what we had Mashal, we had Osan, we have Ari Feretta. They're just all OP. So yeah, I wouldn't know what to rate this one. Another 7.5, maybe in the 7. It has a good storyline.
I'm probably gonna go 8.
You think so?
I'm gonna go 8. Good fight scene, good storyline. We're in season 3 now. It hasn't gone off. It hasn't gone off course. They haven't really botched anything.
That is kind of true. They haven't really botched much stuff. So, and they are on season 3, and I didn't get bored of it. So, all right, a 7.5, 8 for me.
So our next show is Free Run, and just like you're gonna crucify him for not watching One Piece, this is where I get crucified. I have yet to watch this show. He keeps telling me I need to watch it. It's on my watch list. If this is something that you would want me to do a watch party on, leave a comment below.
So I won't hate on him too much. A lot of people either talk badly on Free Run or really like Free Run. It's new, so you can't hate on him much for not watching it. I mean, it is what it is. It's on his watch list, but it's like a party that gets together, a 4-person party. They get together. Free Run's an elf. You have the priest. You have the warrior. You have a dwarf. They all get together to go beat up the Demon King. So basically, after they slay the Demon King, that's where the story basically begins, and it's just Free Run's journey afterwards, because Free Run, she's an elf, she doesn't get old, so all her friends are getting old, so she starts like a little new life journey and tries to find whatever peace at mind she needs. I like fantasy a lot, and for it to be a very slow going fantasy show, I figured I would get bored, but I actually didn't. I kind of enjoyed the storyline and how it went, because there are a lot of action scenes and some very good fight scenes that I enjoyed. So overall, I really like Free Run, and surprisingly, I think I would give it like a 8.5. So we'll catch him up to speed on it. So the last anime we're going to talk about, and everyone should anticipate this, but it is going to be Solo Leveling.
We absolutely love this show. It is by far the best new anime that is out right now.
If you like fantasy, if you like anything that deals with dungeons, a ranking system, guilds, it has a video game aspect into it. I think they did really good at mashing that all together. I absolutely love Igris. I love Iron. I love the comedy that Iron brings. Like, when he's doing something and Jinwoo kind of just like, tells him, hey, you need to chill out. And then he goes like, oh, well, I'm just going to like cheer, and the necromancers are cheering for him anyways. I love Iron. It's just really funny. I didn't think I was going to like him at first, but he's growing on me.
I'm really liking Iron too. He brings in a little bit of comedy into a very serious and dark anime, and that's kind of nice to have in there as a little breakup. For the most part, the show does a great job sticking with the manga. The adaptation is absolutely amazing. The character development is probably some of the best I've seen in recent animes, with the internal dialogue that we have with Jin. And I think that overall, this anime is a 9.5.
I think as much as I love it, I'll just give it a 9. We'll keep it there. It's a love or hate anime. I know a lot of people are hating on it, but it is what it is. So far, we've talked about 5 OP MCs, so I think nowadays animes just always have that OP MC. But Sung Jin Woo is definitely on my top list. His aura is just the best.
It's absolutely an amazing show. If you're not watching it, you need to watch it. And if you don't like it, you need to reevaluate your life decisions.
And if you have the opinion on it, you keep your opinions to yourself.
Unless they're positive.
Unless they're positive, and we're here for that positivity.
Love positivity.
So this is the segment of the episode where we're going to bring you Anime Court.
Just to give you a quick description of what we're doing here. We're going to pick out characters from different animes each week. And then tell you their crimes. And we're going to sentence them guilty or not guilty, and how long their asses are going to prison.
So the first one, we're going to bring in Shion from That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime.
She has multiple crimes. So let's get into it. Multiple health violations in her kitchen. attempted murder by poisoning with her food, war crimes, excessive force, and no mercy shown or no quarters given upon a surrender.
If you guys want to watch it, we could just do a kill count of how many times she attempts to kill Rimuru. Or
It's a
Benny
lot.
Maru.
It's a lot.
I mean, it's one of the, yeah, it is a lot. But, I don't know, I think Shion, she has a good heart. She's very loyal. You know, she's not always trying to kill you on purpose. You know, Rimuru does try to help her cooking skills a little bit, but she still shows no mercy to people who, you know, are attacking her loved ones and who she's trying to protect. Especially when, well, hold on, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to do any spoilers this episode, but point is, she's a very good person in my opinion, but she does try, does try to kill Rimuru a lot by poison by food.
All you have to do is go watch the episode where Rimuru and Benimaru are made to eat her cooking as her reward, and you will completely understand the health code violations and the poisoning.
I love when Benimaru kind of like tricks Rimuru into Shion's cooking, basically. So, but I don't know. What do you think? She guilty? Not guilty?
We're to go not guilty because, frankly, she doesn't know she's that bad at cooking.
Exactly. She's not doing it on purpose. Like some anime characters we know do on purpose. So I will give her not guilty too.
Next up, Minoru Mineta from My Hero Academia.
My man's guilty.
My man's got over 10,000 counts of sexual harassment, peeping Tom, self-mutilation by ripping balls off his scalp and throwing them at people. His costume is a crime in itself when it comes to fashion. He basically has a giant toilet bowl around his ass. Overall, guilty.
The things he does, like around Momo, the rest of the girls, like Uchakra, like I can't. He knows what he's doing. It's horrible. That's actually like one of the most cringe things I hate about watching these animes, just because like fan service stuff like that. But this one you can just get by. I mean, My Hero is one of the top animes, so he's tolerable to deal with, I guess. But yeah, he knows what he's doing, especially when the Peeping Tom episode, that one just blows my mind that they even like put stuff like that in there. But you know what? Anything to cater, you know, certain people.
But unfortunately, he is a minor, so he goes to juvenile court till the age of 18.
And then we will continue his trial then. So last character on the list that we're going to talk about today, I'm very proud to bring him on the first episode of Anime Court. This man is notorious for his war crimes. It is Eren Yeager. So my man has all these war crimes: mass murder, terrorism, best attempt at being Hitler, you know, commits genocide. High treason, always neglecting Mikasa, manipulating his own father to massacre the Reese family, cannibalism, you know, like, man, we're not even going to get into the whole physical abuse, psychological abuse, breaking out of jail, blackmail, abuse of power, mass destruction, and there's a lot more that go on the list than we probably shouldn't even talk about.
The man is 100% guilty. I sentence him to death, and then when he gets to hell, I sentence him to death again, so he goes to super hell. The man is irredeemable.
I don't know, guys. He has a good heart. He did this all for his little country. The other country basically like outed them. I mean, no spoilers at this point. If you haven't watched Attack on Titan, which maybe a lot of you guys haven't watched season 4 yet, but I will put spoiler into this in the beginning. But he had a good heart. He was doing what he thought was right at the time, and hey, technically in the end, it kind of worked. It just took 80% of the population.
Yeah, guilty. Sentenced to death twice.
I like Eren.
You would.
I would.
Leave in the comments below if there are any characters you would like to see on Fantasy Court, and please tell him he's wrong and that he is guilty.
Alright, he's obviously guilty, but since I'm the half judge, I am giving him not guilty. You know, I'm trying to clear his name. I'm trying to do good for Eren.
There is no good.
No,
Only death.
I think there was good. So the last segment of this episode, since it's our first episode, we want to talk about our favorite anime characters. We both chose two, and we're trying to keep them out of the top 10. And when I kind of just mean like top 10, I mean like the big animes that are anything over like 100 episodes. They can technically still be mainstream, but we're just gonna go with it. My number one is Gilgamesh of Fate Stay Night. I love Gilgamesh. I love his attitude. He is so confident in himself. I just love his little filthy mongrel line. I just like saying mongrel is kind of fun. So when he just he's the man. That's all I can say. Gilgamesh is the man, and every time he appears in Fate Stay, he is the man.
My first one is going to be Rick from Osanubi. I just think he's absolutely hilarious. He is by far one of the strongest characters in the anime, yet the entire time he thinks he's so weak because of who trained him. Every time he gets into the fight in the early episodes, he's always so scared. He's panicking. He thinks he's about to get killed every time he gets attacked, and then absolutely demolishes everyone. And even though he keeps demolishing people and winning, he still has this constant joking fear of just being a weakling. It is absolutely hilarious. He's a well written character, great dialogue, great fight scenes. You need to go watch Osanubi. It is one of my favorite new animes that have come out this year.
So the second character I chose to be my favorite, and you either love him or hate him at this point, but it is Sung Jin Woo himself. That man, being the Shadow Monarch, he went from the weakest hunter, is growing to be one of the strongest hunters. I mean, the man's just pure confident. His aura, he is also wholesome. If you're caught up on solo leveling a little bit, especially in the very beginning, I'm sure we've all seen episode 1 by now, to where the man's sacrificing himself to save all his friends that he can. So just him being OP, the fight scenes, everything, just the way he thinks when he's fighting, it's just pure cinema. Just chef's kiss.
And one of the things I like about him right now is the nickname that's going around the internet that I've seen for him, which is Sung Daddy Woo.
All right, you know what like triggered in my mind? If you guys watch reels and you kind of doom scroll and you kind of see manga reels coming up, there are people that are substituting names that are like giving you like, let's just say we went through chapter like 42 or something, and they start off where Sung Daddy Woo or something, blah blah blah. You know, they kind of just make it funny. They kind of make it comical, so that way you're interested and you want to keep like swiping in. I kind of rabbit holed a little bit into those, so just so you guys know, they are out there and they are pretty funny and they did keep me interested. So I kind of spoiled a little bit for some stuff for myself, but I think it was worth it. They're just so funny. So give those a check out if you guys ever come up on them.
And then my last character is Maple from Before. I put all my stats into defense because I didn't want to get hurt. This is basically the opposite of solo leveling, where the character, while also being very wholesome, it has more of a comedy feel to it. She's hilarious through it, and the best part about it is she doesn't even realize how OP she is. She just kind of plays the game, and all the other characters through the entire time are just like, of course Maple did that. Of course Maple learned how to like destroy the world. Why wouldn't she? And she's very wholesome. She's all about protecting her friends. She's all about making her friends better, making it fun for the guild. Every character in it is very good, but Maple is by far my favorite. She has some of the best one-liners I think I've seen in an anime in recently.
Well, I love the one-liners. I love them so much. But just so you guys know, I haven't seen Before yet. That is on my list. I was hoping to watch it before this episode, but it is what it is. But it seems interesting. I will give it a go.
And just like I talked about doing a watch party for Fenrir, if you want him to do the watch party for Maple, put it in the comments. Make him do it. Let's force him into this.
I'm all down for it. He meant free run, by the way. But yeah, I'm all down for watch parties. If you guys ever want to like get watch parties together, I can start streaming them, and you guys can start picking up animes that hey maybe we haven't seen. I will actually rewatch animes as well. obviously when you binge watch stuff and you haven't seen animes in like what, like 4 or 5 years, a lot of them get like a little fuzzy in your mind where you need recaps, especially when new seasons come out. So if new seasons are coming out, just like the Demon Slayer, the new Demon Slayer movies coming out, and then even Free Run next year and any other season, like we could just like rewatch them, recap. I'm so down for streaming parties.
I am as well. And then we're also having plans of, doing small like thumbnail type videos, TikToks, different things like that, just to bring you more awareness of the animes that are coming out, some older animes that you might not know about if you're from the newer anime watching generation. So, we're going to highlight maybe some of our old favorite ones in future episodes as well.
Yeah, so all of our tags are going to be down below. They'll also be throughout this video as well and our future videos. So give them a check out. Everything should be labeled the Anime Vine. Come check us out on TikTok, or we'll make shorts too of all these segments. So we'll just do all the highlights. So I hope you guys enjoy this episode. We will be here again next week. Hopefully you guys see full episodes come out weekly, and then we could just do little skits or shorts or something throughout the week.
Thank you for coming to episode 1. We appreciate your future support in this endeavor of bringing you Anime Court.
Hope you guys liked it. Have a good one. Peace.
Later.